locked in. And we're going to fade out the intro music like that. And it's the GloucesterCast 175. We're up to 175.
Ooh.
Donna and Kim, my regulars here. Donna Adams only from Somerville, Massachusetts.
Good morning, Gloucester!
There you go.
Happy Good Friday.
We got Kim Smith, and we have two very special guests. We have Nubar Alexanian, going to talk about his big-time book. We're going to talk about that in a sec. And we have Susan Kelly from Generous Gardeners. Two big projects, and we got some other topics to talk about after that, but we're going to start out with Nubar. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Susan.
Good morning.
And so tell me about this beautiful, rather large, gorgeous black and white book, and what the whole background story, how it came to be.
So the book is called Gloucester, When the Fish Came First, and it's a collection of 67 black and white photographs that I've taken over the 40 years. And the heart of the book is about offshore fishing and just before the decline. I went on 4 trips to Georges Bank with the Bank-Loney family on the Joseph and Lucia II, and that sort of forms the heart of the book.
The Lucia boats were at the time when they were fishing were the highliners in the city. Yeah.
Everybody actually was before all the technology got really high end. The 2 Lucia boats would be out there, and they would the 2 captains, the 2 brothers, Tommy and Nino, would have a channel setting game that they played so that nobody could hear where they were, because everybody else just wanted to fish behind them.
Yeah.
And they would do well. Anyway, it was an amazing. So the book, that's from the heart of the book. I had a show in 2000 at the Millennium at the Gloucester Museum, and then I redid the show, adding in new pictures to the Rocky Neck Cultural Center last June, which was sponsored by Lindsay and Beth Coolidge. And when they looked at the pictures and they saw the book, which came out at the same time, 2001, Lindsay said, that book is too small. This book is too small. It needs to be bigger, much bigger, and more declarative. And that was the beginning of me saying, and I had never thought about that. I mean, that book was that book. I loved that book. I had 5 books out at the time, and it was my favorite. But now this is my favorite. This is 14 inches across. It's 11.5 inches high. It weighs 3 pounds 10 ounces. It's got 116 pages.
We looked at some of the images. There's an image 2-page. A lot of them 2-page spreads.
A lot of.
So there's 2-page spreads, and you open it up, and there's the Lannon in the background, and then in the fog, and there's detail. Even though the Lannon in the image is probably only a couple inches wide, on this huge page, but the detail is so clear that you can see the people on the Lannon.
So those pictures were taken with a true panorama camera. So it's all except for 2 images in here. It's all film, and the Lannon is with the panorama camera. It's the film is 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. So that's the actual size. So it's one.
Wow. Oh my gosh! Wow.
And I went in the show.
So that's not medium format. That's something else.
That's
right.
large format.
Wow.
So when the picture you just described is a 7-year-old girl. When I was at the museum, taking kids through the show, she said, that picture reminds me of life. And I said, tell me about that. She said, so it's coming out of the darkness into the fog. Now it's in the light, and it's heading into the fog and back into the darkness. And I thought,
that was how
many? There's a 7-year-old girl.
The circle of life.
Second grade. Is that 7-year-old? 7th grade.
Right.
Beautiful. Tom, and I told Tom Ellis that he tells that story all the time. I do too. It's just
That's fabulous.
Kids get it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So this book is, it's just, I don't know, a declarative book in a way, and it's about. It really is about a time that will never be again, not in our lifetime at least.
It absolutely will not be again. Yeah.
What I mean by that is, so the whole ethos of a guy coming from Sicily to this place, Gloucester, Massachusetts, getting a rod and reel, catching some fish, getting a little boat, catching some more fish, buying 2 boats, one for his sons, one for him, That's gone.
Yep.
That will never happen again. And I didn't realize that so what I have are not only photographs that I love, but something that makes up a historical document in a way. You know?
Absolutely.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, Mr. Coolidge had the foresight to help you with this.
Oh,
Now,
actually, it was his idea.
It was his idea, right? Now, there's only how many copies of this?
Okay, so there's the entire edition is only 500 copies. The retail price is $295, and the publication date is May 6th. But between now, March 25th, and May 5th, you can buy the book online for $125.
And we'll have the link right now in the show notes of this podcast. You can click on the link and go directly to buy it. From now again till May 5th, I'm sure you'll end up having to change the website by then, on that day or whatever, because the price is going to change on May 6th. But you're also having on May 5th at the Rocky Neck Cultural Center the launch party.
The launch party where people who've bought books can come pick them up if they want, if they've chosen on the website to have them mailed to them. All the books that have sold will go out.
Did I say March? I want to make sure I said May.
May
5th.
Yeah, May 5th.
is the launch party at Rocky Neck Cultural Center.
Right. And so there are 500 copies, and that's it.
Yeah.
And also Lindsay is giving a percentage of the proceeds of the sale of every book to the Northeast Seafood Coalition.
Oh, that's tremendous.
Which is an organization that advocates for fishermen in New England. It's really great. I mean, he's just one of these people.
He does. The Coolidge family does things. Lindsay Coolidge in particular, for a lot of things that no one knows about.
Right.
Behind the scenes, extremely generous people and helping causes that benefit. That guy in particular and his family touches every person in Gloucester, whether you know it or not.
It's not one way.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, very nice.
It's really so they've been generous, and I have shared the process of making this book with them, so that when
you told me like 7 people were working on this book.
7 people have been working on this book since September.
Yeah.
So
tell me to go through 4 or 5 of your favorite images in there and explain them to people.
Oh, okay.
They don't have to be a very top favorite.
Okay,
just so people can get an idea what they're going to find in these pages.
Okay, so there's this opening picture.
I didn't put you on the spot or anything.
No, yeah, you did. That's all right. I can deal with it. So this is kind of cool. This is 10 Pound Island, and here's the thing. There's an introduction. So the preface from the original book written by Joe Garland is in this book, and then also my friend Sandy Tolan, who's a journalist who you probably know.
Of course.
He wrote an introduction, and what he talked about in the introduction, which is true about me, is I've made my living as a journalist, photojournalist, parachuting into places all over the world. Here in Gloucester, I get to shoot things over and over and over again until I feel like I get them. So this is a place. This is 10 Pound Island at low tide, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to find the right tide to line up the city with the high water mark on this rock.
Ah, wow. Oh, very cool.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, did you see that? Yeah, wow.
I know. So it took 7 attempts. Just because I'm standing in the water. I got my tripod in the water, which rusted in about 10 minutes after I took it out of the water. So that's a favorite picture. I mean, you can see these seagulls hanging out there, and these seagulls seem to have their own position. Now, I have to just say the printing of this book was just a dream, because I have my own prints of this, which I make, which are really, really great. There's something about the way that these inks work that give it almost a 3-dimensional quality.
Ansel Adam has nothing on these.
I mean, I don't know.
You like that one?
I do.
Where's the Lannon one?
Oh, the Lannon one is back here. So then, there's the Lannon.
Oh God, that is amazing.
So right, darkness, into the fog, into the sunlight, heading. I mean, it's really.
It's just incredible.
Here.
You're not gonna get Kim. You're not gonna do that photo justice with that
know,
with that
I
camera
know.
because you have to see
I
it
don't
on the
think you can
2-page
eat-
spread.
I know.
The only
Taking
thing
a
that-
crop of that is not gonna do
Yeah.
that photo justice.
So the only thing that Lindsay and Beth did not tell me to, even in the to do anything. I mean, I shared the process with them, but Lindsay said, you know, a picture that would be lovely to end with is the turn, and I thought it's a great idea. So that's how we end.
Wow.
Very cool.
This is
That's
incredible
exquisite.
book.
Wow.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, I love this place. I photograph all day. I mean, not all day, but I photograph every day. And I'm, you know, I'm sort of interested in the green belt shooting, and all these green belt trails are kind of cool.
Coolidge
Eastern Point?
Reservation.
Yeah.
Is that a Greenbelt Trail?
No, it's
That's
probably
Audubon?
It's
That's-
Audubon.
Yeah.
Completely different. What's Greenbelt as opposed to Audubon Trails?
It's totally two different organizations.
What's the one in
totally-
Essex where the Tossfield, where the one where I take the girls where they
Greenbelt.
eat out of your hands? That
That's
Greenbelt?
Is that
yeah.
behind
That's
the farm?
Ipswich.
Or is that
No,
Trustees?
I'm thinking
Yeah,
that's it's
Trustees
it's-
is different too. There's Trustees,
Trustees.
Greenbelt, and there's Audubon.
the top. It's in Topsfield,
Okay.
Yeah.
and it's called
The
the
Ipswich Sanctuary.
Ipswich Wildlife
I
Sanctuary.
believe that's I
fabulous.
think that's Audubon.
I think it is Audubon
I
because
think
if you
that is
belong to
Audubon.
the Audubon Society, you don't have to pay to park.
Yeah,
I love that place.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
That's
So my
a-
last picture, I'm gonna add. Yeah, you asked me for 4 or 5. I love that. The tuna.
Oh,
It
Oh.
looks.
oh my God.
His hands are in there
awesome.
taking the guts out.
Yeah, but
Oh man.
look at how it looks like it's illuminated.
Yeah, the light.
But this one right here, of these, this one is pretty well known. But so this one right here, unfortunately, we have the stitching going through this one, which is my mistake. But this is film and it's overexposed, so they're halated, right? The silver and the
Right,
and
it looks
that
a little halo.
so they all have like halos over them, and it's just like it kind of. This is a picture that describes like they're in another world. Like you cannot see. All you see is the horizon, and not all the time. So you know you're in. It's so disorienting.
There's so it's so
This it looks.
it
almost
is a special thing because the way
amazing.
of that way of life is so like the Eastern Rig draggers is they don't exist anymore. You know,
Yeah.
it's you know.
I love hearing you talk about it and explaining each picture. It's very.
Well, I'm sure at the launch party you're probably going to go through a bunch of the stuff too.
Yeah, and I may do something with Matthew Swift at Trident.
Okay.
That's
I
a
may
great
have
space.
a talkback thing there, and on Memorial Day weekend. We haven't. I'm pretty sure that's happening, but yeah, I like talking about them. At the show at Rocky Neck, instead of doing a slideshow, you know how you as a photographer that you do a slideshow and you talk about it. I didn't want to do that. I just said, why doesn't somebody ask me a question? We're sitting here, all the pictures are here, and it was like the best. I wish we had recorded it. I mean, it was the best. I've done.
It's too bad Henry Farini wasn't there. Usually
Henry's
he shows
great.
up at those
I
things.
know.
Yeah.
Henry and I are pals. We actually share an editor together.
Oh, cool.
They
There you
share.
go.
They share Henry Cooper. They work
Henry
with
Cooper.
Awesome.
Ah,
Awesome Henry Cooper. I keep
Henry
in
Cooper's
Chico.
great.
He's
They're a new
great.
kid over there, Anthony Farnwald, who did
Yeah.
that Shredlandia, and he's a great editor
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing good things. Eric Archer
Yeah, he's doing great.
is doing.
Yeah.
He's taking that to the next level at the Cape Ann Community
Yes,
Television.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great venue. Susan, you should go over there too, because they do good work.
I know.
They really. They do,
She
they
works
do.
with Lisa. Sometimes.
Lisa
Ah,
always
Lisa's
does the promo
fantastic.
for the garden tour.
Yeah.
There you go. New bar. We're going to get back to your other stuff after.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to Susan for a little bit about her project. And Susan is involved with. Did you start? You and a couple, one or two other ladies
One lady. We sort of started Generous Gardeners. Yeah.
started Generous Gardeners, doing a lot of work around the city. And this new project that you're very excited about is the new expansion of the Stacy Boulevard Gardens as part of the seawall that has been rebuilt.
Reconstruction. Yes. It's in process.
It's in the
Everyone, of course,
process,
knows the fences are there.
And you have a gorgeous, huge. We'll include this
It's
photo
concept
in the
plan. It's
concept
concept
plan.
And this was designed by Ann Johnson, who's she's the landscape designer who designed the Fisherman Wives Plaza. not the
Oh,
not the statue,
Right.
but the plaza. So she worked with the Fisherman Wives in the inception of this, and she's been a Generous Gardener volunteer from day one. She actually got me to do the garden tour to raise some money 5 years ago for the Fisherman Wives when they didn't have any money for flowers. I don't know if you remember that there was one summer where there was nothing there, and that's when I started doing the garden tour, which is a whole another thing. But as part of the seawall reconstruction, the DPW actually reached out to Generous Gardeners and asked us if we had ideas for, rather than just putting loam and cement paths again, whether we could do something a little bit more creative and make it more beautiful. So Anne took all of her gear out of retirement. I mean, she had retired years before, and she basically unpacked all of her landscape architecture equipment and came up with 3 concept drawings. And we presented it to the mayor, to the DPW, and to the Fisherman Wives. And this is the one that everyone agreed was the best. And it's on our website, generousgardeners.org as well. It's on the homepage of generousgardeners.org.
That in.
And so basically the design, people can't see it, but it mimics the Fisherman Wives structure. So this is the main Fisherman Wives Memorial. And the beds, there are 5 additional beds in the same general design. It's slightly smaller, so that there's a hierarchical, structure to this. And they're 70 feet long by 30 feet, and they stretch from basically the cut bridge down to the tennis courts. The color scheme that she envisions is that we're going to do mass plantings of single color. So it's going to be the pinks going to the blues, going to the yellows, going to the oranges, and to the reds, and do the same thing the other direction.
Which ones on the plan are the beds, flower beds, where it's shaded brownish?
Yeah.
These are flowers.
Yep.
These are flowers. So this is where the anchor is. This is going to be around there, and then this is the path. We're actually straightening the path to line up with the World War II memorial, and then these are the beds here mimicking. This is the main bed that's there now.
Yep.
That it was actually quite funny. The reason.
Oh, this is all okay. So where you're not going to work to the right of the bridge, only to the left.
This is only the Fisherman Wives side of the bridge.
Right. Okay.
Only the Fisherman Wives. So, and actually, it's only going to go from here because the Newport construction only has a contract to this point.
So
it's
west of the cut bridge
West
is
of
where
the
you
cut
guys are
bridge,
going to
exactly.
on the boulevard is where you're going to be working.
And the DPW is actually committed to provide all the granite edging, the loam, and the irrigation. And Generous Gardeners is raising money to plant approximately 13,000 flowers.
Now, the flowers that you're going to plant? Those are bulbs that come up every year.
Perennial.
We're going to do perennials.
What does that mean?
And some annuals,
So
but we're
someone that's
also
a
gonna
dummy
do
that
bulbs.
doesn't understand.
No, but we're going to do bulbs too, because bulbs they'll come up early spring. So like right now we planted hundreds of tulips at the Fisherman Wives in the fall. And one of my volunteers almost fell through because it was completely voided underneath. And that's when they put the fence up. Because we put the shovel through and it went right down. And so, and she's a little woman, and it was kind of like, okay, I think we're going to stop. We're not going to put any bulbs here. So there's only bulbs on this side. They've actually filled it all in now. The fencing is there. They put in truckloads of it actually had gone, the void was basically back to here. We've been working with the construction engineers there. So, and Anne, luckily, Anne has done public parks in City of Boston. She worked on Christopher Columbus Park. She built parks in the South End. So she knows public spaces. She's done this work before. So she's been working with a construction engineer, and things like light poles and paths, and they've been wonderful about.
Well, you didn't get back to my question. What's the difference between perennials and bulbs?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Bulbs. Okay, we'll plant bulbs in the fall, and tulip bulbs, once they bloom, they become very little, and they won't bloom the next year. So they're basically almost like an annual.
Okay.
Daffodils are different. They'll naturalize, and they'll come back year after year. So behind the police station, we planted 1,000 bulbs in that path going down. That we're going to clean that up this weekend. They're already starting to bloom. They'll bloom every year.
Do you guys ever stop? You're going over there.
No, I know.
It's a lot of work, huh?
That's why I want to focus on this too.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But so the idea is that we're going to plant 13,000 flowers. So I'm raising money for the flowers and for ongoing maintenance, and we're all volunteers, and we're going to use volunteers to maintain the properties. And we've been maintaining, my volunteers already put in over 500 hours of volunteer work in Gloucester. So I have a group and
They're dedicated.
And we're dedicated, and we're, Wednesday nights and every other weekends we have projects and we do things. So it's going to be beautiful, and the mayor's behind it. She's really excited about it. We think that this is going to be part of, by the time it'll take several years for it to get to mature. Because to save money, I'm going to get a lot of plugs. I'm going to get a lot of small sizes, but they're going to be perennials, mostly perennials, which come back every year.
Oh, cool.
So bulbs are flowers, but they're different kinds of bulbs, and we will have bulbs. It will be full of bulbs as well, because we want, those are the first things.
But
that
the
come
flowers
up.
that you plant are going to come back.
They're going to come back.
I think I got caught up on the word bulbs because I thought that's what comes back every year. But perennial comes back every year too.
Annuals don't come back.
Annuals don't come back. Annuals are like petunias.
But you're not doing
and stuff.
annuals. You're doing perennials.
We're going to do some annuals. There'll be some annuals.
And some-
You mix a
You
few.
mix them up.
You mix a few annuals in, especially at the onset of a planting, so that when you plant perennials, the first year they sleep, the second year they creep, the third year they leap.
Oh, very nice.
So
Very nice.
you usually have to plant a few annuals in there to make it look good.
Right.
Very exciting.
And the idea is that this will be mature and beautiful and gorgeous.
Sorry.
I just whacked on it. Sorry.
But that was a very good question, I just want to say. The bulbs and the perennials and the...
Well, that's why in the
For a
Boston,
dummy like me, right? You too, right? Yeah.
Well, the public gardens in Boston, they actually dig up the tulip.
So
bulbs
Susan,
every year.
but the main point that we're trying to get to, and we haven't got to it yet, is you're trying to raise money, right?
I'm trying to raise
Right. Okay. So how do people that are listening to this, where can they go to help? Is it on your website?
It's on
right
the
now?
website, generousgardeners.org.
Okay.
They can donate there. I also doing a big mailing to businesses in Gloucester, because it is actually an advertising opportunity also.
Oh.
A very subtle, classy, long-term sponsorship. As part of this project, we have these very classy plant tags.
Let me take a picture. Come here. Just give it to me while you're doing it. Go ahead, and you can keep talking.
And
I made an Instagram of
Okay.
I know.
that too.
And
awesome.
the plant tags are very classy. They will have the Latin name of the plant, the common name of the plant, and then the sponsor name, very, classy on there. And then there's also a QR code, which will let people with smartphones go to a website. It's an organization called Plant Map, where it actually pulls up a map. I can show you on my phone. It's really cool. So you can write anything you want. So we'll put the background of the plant, whether it was grown from seed, whether it was a plug, when it was planted. We'll have a link to the sponsor website, but we'll also tell how care and maintenance of the plant. So again, people who come down the boulevard, they constantly are asking, what is that? What kind of daylily is that? Of course, half the time we don't know. So this way, as we plant them, we will, have the exact cultivar, and it will feel more like,
And you have the QR code on there.
Yeah.
And I have a picture, so
Yeah,
people
okay.
will understand what you're talking
Yeah.
about. But whenever I travel, whether it's St. Lucia or Mexico, and you go to these places where, actually a lot in Florida now, where they have gardens and stuff like that, they're doing exactly the same
Right, they
thing.
have the QR.
Where they have the Latin name, they have the common name, and then they have a QR code. But
code,
you're taking it to the next level with the sponsorship, which is really nice, and they are classy.
So it's not like, it doesn't feel like advertising.
Right.
Plant Maps is the sponsor.
They're the company that's making these, but we'll be able to have the logo for Generous Gardeners right here. And we're gonna have 400 of these, because the idea is 13,000 plants. We're gonna have for every 20 to 25, because we're gonna do mass plantings in the color scheme. So there'll be 20 to 25 of each variety.
It's fabulous.
There. So then there'll be the tag for the variety. So you won't be looking at one plant and one tag. It'll be 20 to 25 plants and one tag.
Yeah.
And that way people can, and again, this also to have that kind of impact of, and we're gonna have 3 season colors. So I'm speccing out plants that are, spring, summer, and fall for each color scheme. So it's quite a challenge, coming up with everything, but it's actually not. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun figuring out. I've already, figuring the purples and the blues and the reds and the oranges and the yellows, and there'll be fabulous plants in there. And again, we're gonna try to have color, those various colors, so that there'll be color in every bed, every season, matching those up.
And that's challenging without
and-
springs.
Right, and that's where the bulbs will come in. We'll have thousands and thousands and thousands of bulbs that we know we'll have to plant every fall. But again, the idea is that, and so the plant tag sponsorship is going to be for 3 years for a plant tag. We figure that's about the life of one of these plant tags. They might last longer, but we figure we'll lose some, and
People will swipe.
What is
people will
the,
swipe them and
so
whatnot.
what is the insurance that you, what is the insurance that you guys don't walk away from this? Like how do you make the people that are skeptical say?
Well, the city is behind us.
Right.
I'm actually applying for a CPA grant with the DPW, and I've got letters from the mayor, letters from the Fishermen Wives, and from the DPW regarding this project. And if anybody knows me, it's going to happen.
I mean your track record is great. Have you guys
for 5 years
have you
now.
done
For
stuff on the Rotary?
Yeah, well, I was on that committee. We donated $10,000 from the garden tour that year to that project.
$10,000?
Yes.
Holy
Have
crap!
friendlies there.
The circle there. But my group, we did that little median strip when they did the sidewalks there. The DPW cleaned out that median strip in the center, and we planted Nepeta, daylilies, and bulbs that are now blooming. We just cleaned them
Jeez,
up.
that's significant.
And so again, I've been working with the DPW, like again, the American Legion Hall. I don't know when we had to move all the plants from the boulevard when they put up the fencing, we planted hundreds, all the daylilies. I don't even know what color they are. We had to get them up. We had 1 weekend to get everything out of there. We just crammed them in. Again, the DPW vectored out they call it vectoring out. I don't even know what that means, but the beds there and put in fresh loam, and then we planted everything. We did this all in a weekend. So again, it's one of those things where some of these things just happen really, really fast.
Fantastic.
So I think if people who know me, they know this is going to happen.
Right.
It's going to happen.
Awesome.
And they have their different sponsorship levels that you can see again on the website. But for $250, you'll get a plant tag and 25 plants.
Yep.
As your sponsorship. So, and it goes, up from there. But that's the minimum because the plant tags are kind of expensive too, and the plants. I'm figuring $10 a plant. It's actually, I'm going to do them for somewhat less, but we'll have we'll have just a lot of other costs associated with it. So we're figuring $10 to sponsor a plant is kind of the idea. And these will all be flowers, no shrubs. We're just, it's really going to be all about beauty. And one of the reasons the mayor's really excited about it is they're already planning for the 400th birthday of Gloucester. And they're figuring, that'll give us, 7 years to get this all perfect in time for that. So again, we're looking for sponsorships. I've approached all of the foundations, including our friend, the Dusky Foundation, and he is going to help. I don't know what level, but
great.
So he's fabulous, and
so once again, it's www.generousgardeners.org.com, right?
yeah.
And you can, and we'll put a separate post than this podcast post, but for the meat and potatoes of what you're doing. Go to www.generousgardeners.org. Right?
Correct.
Awesome. Thanks
Beautiful.
for coming, Susan.
Okay.
All right.
Very lovely.
Speaking of beautiful Gloucester initiatives, Donna is on the Clean City Commission.
Oh, yes.
And you had your meeting last night?
We did have a meeting. We have it once a month. We do a meeting. Patty Amaral, Charlotte, Amy Kerr.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Eric Majors from the Green Team in Manchester.
Yeah.
What we're discussing, and we really want to get behind this, is banning the plastic bag and polystyrenes. I think I said that right.
Yeah.
Styrofoam.
It sounds pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Also both now, because before wasn't it just about the bags?
Well, it was
now
the
you added in
bag,
the,
but now
paper cup.
what's helping us
stuff.
along, trying to, most of the merchants on Main Street use paper, like the nicest, the stores like Premier Imprints or whatever, they use a paper bag.
Pisces, yeah.
Pisces, they're all paper. But you still, Walgreens, and nothing against Walgreens, but they use plastic. And they are flying all over the place. But the state of Massachusetts has a lot of cities right now that are banning the bag and polystyrenes. I'm very proud of myself to say that. So what happens with the big box stores here in Gloucester, like Market Basket and all that, they're not going to be a problem because they already have banned the bag in a lot of their where their stores are. Shaw's, well, like Market Basket in Somerville or Tewksbury or whatever, they've already started the banning of the bag.
Oh, yeah?
So that's not the issue. It is going to be, of course, people have already bought a whole bunch of plastic bags. But the state of Massachusetts is going to do a statewide banning the bag. So by
What are you
2017,
Oh, really?
the fall of
That's in
it's
in
right
place?
now in
the works?
Senate, I think, and then it'll go over to the House.
So many of these places are offering the like 99-cent reusable
Yeah, and you know,
bags.
you get these reusable bags. You go
Hey.
to the sidewalk sale, and they all that swag is down there from Bank Gloucester or KPN Savings Bank.
I got
have
more.
tons
I got a
bags.
ton of them now.
Tons of bags.
It's just in the past year. Like seems like every time you go to a trade show, they're handing you 2 or 3 of these.
The boat show. I have
Yeah.
wonderful bags from the boat show, and then what you can do is you take them to the supermarket. I said last night or the last meeting that if you go to IKEA or BJ's or Costco, they don't give you a bag, and people go to those stores. So, and the bags are just blowing all over the place. They make me.
Yeah, they're
I
you're
have bad
so tell me.
dreams
So
about
tell
them.
me last night. What is
So
some
we're
of the
going to
things-
get the Clean City Commission is getting behind banning the bag, and that has to come from the council. You know, like the council has to vote on it, but we will help out with.
Do you make a proposal to the council? Is that how it works?
Well, the council has already made a proposal.
Okay.
What we will do is we want to talk to the merchants and explain the issues of the bag.
So they don't feel like it's getting crammed down
Right,
their
because
throat.
Manchester by the Sea has already banned the bag.
Yep.
But they don't have as many stores as we do.
Right.
Like if you go to Crosby's, you don't get a bag, a plastic bag. It's on
I
paper.
think the supermarkets are very resistant to it. Like, so no
Well,
Stop
see, the
and Shop,
supermarkets,
all
though,
those-
if you go to certain communities that have already banned the bag,
they will if it's a
they're
community.
not going to be the
Right.
one with their backs up,
Yeah.
because oh my God, I've already bought all these plastic bags. The produce bags are another issue that we're going to start to try to figure out, because those are so thin, and they, you know, and then they blow all
But I
over the
thought
place.
that those were. I thought that those are. They make those recycled.
Not all of them.
Well.
Oh.
So
they're not biodegradable.
it's like poop bags are biodegradable, but they're very expensive.
Oh really?
They're much more
They're more
expensive.
expensive,
But
right, right.
most
That's
people,
true.
if you go to the stores, they don't ask for a bag. I mean, a lot of the stores.
I take paper. I
take
don't.
paper, and I
I
have
don't
my-
take the.
right.
I'll admit that I don't take the you know the one
Yeah.
that you get the trade show, but I do get paper.
Yeah, and then I do only, and I use the boxes at Market Basket.
There you
Is
go.
them- And hopefully,
That was it. I shop at Costco.
Oh, you had another initiative that you were talking about, the cigarette.
the cigarette butts, which is one of my pet peeves. By the way, I have a lot of them, but the cigarette butts on the street make me insane. So, and I'm really close.
Just about everybody. I mean, I think that goes for everybody.
Oh my God,
So-
it drives me. So there's a thing we're trying to get. We need grant money and all that. They're called little butlers, and what they do, they go on the pole, a pole, or a light pole or something. Instead of the genies that people don't use, the cigarette genies, they will be try to get people to put their butts in there.
So they're
and
more
then-
like at eye level.
eye level, yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
right.
And what they'll do is, we'll have volunteers to empty them, and then you send them to this place. You know, you empty. You know, and sometimes they recycle the filters.
Are you working with the city like
The
Roseville
city-
Piccolo, like the
Yes,
recycling?
and also the Y kids, and we need a schedule of when they'll be picked up.
So
You
how
know,
far
and-
along are you on that initiative?
That we're pretty good on that one, because we've already had people volunteer. I mean, the 1 hour time is one of the people who volunteer, say on a Monday.
Who are you going to for the money to get the
Well,
the
Patty
cigarette
Emerald,
butlers?
God bless her, is trying to get some grant money, because they're about. It's hard to say how much it would cost. We're not going to have 300 of them, like Portland, Maine did it, but that's a bigger city.
Yeah.
We're in Salem did it, but they had to change how they
So
did
they
it.
use these cigarette butlers right now?
Yeah, Portland, Maine, not Salem. They had a different type, and they didn't work out too well.
Oh, okay.
But
So-
the ones in Portland are working.
The Portland is working very well, and we need to be. And then they're not an eyesore. They're not, you know, because
Do you have a picture of them? Is there online? Can we find a picture of
It's
them?
called Butler.
Cigarette butler.
Yeah, cigarette Butler, and what we hope is that,
You should do a post about it.
yeah, well, we want to get everything together before I do a
okay.
post. We're going to actually do a video. But we want to make sure that, and then we're going to try to encourage people to be responsible smokers. I'm not going to be able to tell somebody not to smoke because they won't listen, but responsible
Don't throw it out
smokers.
your
Yeah,
side
well.
window.
You know, and I'm on people's cases all the time. My husband's always afraid I'm going to get a whack one day. But it also to make people understand it is litter, and we do have a litter ordinance here for cigarette butts. It's also a fire danger in the summertime, and it's also and then people put them down the sewer.
Is that bad?
Oh, right in the water it goes. You think? But it's
Wait, no. I thought that the sewer didn't they
no,
stop?
they put them
it?
down the drain. And
Wait a
they
second.
go
The
in.
sewer doesn't go to the ocean
But
anymore,
there's
does
still a
it?
lot of drains.
There's
No,
still
those-
There's a lot
drains.
of drains in the city too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
and
thought
that-
that the state there was a law that the state put in that you can't. I know that they
But I
came
still
around
think-
here in
I
East
still
Gloucester
think
because
there's
there was a
some
lot of these
overflow.
drain
Yeah, I know
pipes
for
from
a
these
fact.
hills
Yeah.
that dumped into the water.
Yeah.
They capped all.
But it's a different type. It's not like your.
I don't know for a fact.
It's
I don't
not
know
like
for a
your
fact.
septic tank. I'm talking like down on Main Street. Those are going into the water.
I don't know. I don't know if they
yeah.
go to the recycling, the
It's
sewer
pretty.
plant.
You can see They said that you can. There's stuff that we clean the drains out all the time when we do our cleanup. It's just
Nasty, yeah.
nasty.
Very nasty.
But we're hoping that this is moving in a direction that it's not gonna happen overnight. People are gonna be resistant to the bag because they think when they buy a chicken at the store, they want plastic. If it's leaking, don't buy the chicken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about what you're,
You also have we have the Magnolia
We do.
in the Schoolhouse show. We talk about it every podcast, but just a quick reminder. April 8th, 9th, and 10th at the Blinman, what do you call
The
it?
Blimmin Schoolhouse.
In what's the name of the street?
Magnolia Avenue.
Magnolia
Yeah,
Ave.
46, I believe, Magnolia Avenue.
And
And a lot of people have had their children go there, or they
it's
went
always a
there
great
themselves.
show, and you can get more information on that at the Magnolia
Historical Society. Just type
website.
in Magnolia, and it comes up loveliving@magnolia.com. But you have until April 1st to register.
Oh, see, you could still be a part of it.
Oh my God, I do not have time to go.
I
It's
keep putting
raining.
pressure on
I
you.
know.
Nuba, you gonna do it? Maybe thinking
Jeez,
about it.
I just heard about it.
I know. So,
Yeah.
but
Well,
it's a great show.
I love your stuff
I have a
there.
question. When is the opening? Is that on the 8th?
8th.
The 8th?
sure
Yeah,
they-
and I
Okay.
think it's 6 to 9.
April
Okay.
is like in a week, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I know where I'm gonna be on April. I'm gonna know where I'm gonna be on April 8th. I'm gonna
There'll be food.
April 8th. I'm gonna be.
And remember, when there's food, people will come. And I
look
think-
at the ZJ.
Oh my gosh. Is she
She
coming
looks
up?
adorable.
Yeah, she's got a new hairstyle.
So
she
hopefully
We're
everybody
gonna
will
get
come.
a lot
and
of
it's
Jesus
fun.
talk. Everybody prepare, buckle down right now, because the Jesus,
The Jesus
the
Queen.
Jesus
Queen.
talk
Good
is
Friday.
is go. Oh, is it Good Friday? I got cooking beef ribs. It's Good Friday. I got my kettle going since 4:40 this morning. 4:40 a.m.
Oh my God,
And we
I
got beef
forgot.
ribs.
I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, you ready for some beef ribs? I got some beef ribs on the kettle right
I'm
now.
not doing meat.
What do you mean you're not doing
They
meat? Why
smell
not?
really good.
Why would you be doing meat?
Because it's
I
Friday.
haven't eaten meat in.
Oh, that's right. I love your hair. You got a new hairstyle. EJ just walked in. Everyone welcome EJ.
I love your hair and how
Thank
is
you.
your.
That's.
I like you got a new hairstyle.
You
It's
let it
just
grow.
haven't been cut.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks good. You look. It's good to see you.
How's Jesus today?
Jesus is awesome every day.
There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did
Oh
I
no,
do
that's
that?
all right. I got it. There you go. Yeah.
You got any initiatives you want to talk about?
Any what?
Any initiatives you want? We're doing taping a podcast right now. If you have anything going on that you'd like to talk about, you can put
I
it.
wish I had the details with me. I know one thing that you'll probably get a contact from Amy Bell, but I think I put it up on Good Morning Gloucester, but they wanted to maybe try to do a podcast with Richard on the thing at the City Hall, the Follies, the fashion show.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Bananas.
bananas.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Which
yeah.
is a fundraiser for the new ventilation system to get out the hot air out of City Hall.
That's It's always so much fun. They dress up in all the costumes.
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
Bananas.
it's like a review.
It's hilarious.
It is.
So much fun.
I went a
Well, I
couple
can't
years
really
ago.
talk about it because all I know is what I put up on the blog.
All right. Well, what we will say is, I'll find a link and I'll put it in.
And the road race is coming up too. So anyone out
That's
there
in May,
who's
though,
a
isn't it?
runner- Yeah, but you need to sign
May
up for it
15th,
now.
I think.
Oh, well, it would be good to sign up for it now. So
Absolutely. Did you already put a? You already put a thing on
I
it.
did, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'll put that in the show notes and we'll link to it. So very good.
And the Beaux-Arts Ball is coming up. That's a blast.
All right. I better put this stuff.
That's going to be at the studio. It'll be the first chance people will have to.
BEA.
Oh, the studio
Get,
will be
it,
open.
it won't be, that'll be just before it's open.
Is it arts or art ball?
Beaux-Arts Ball.
Okay. I always mess that up.
Plural.
The Rocky Neck 5K.
And we're starting. That's what I say. The
5K. And
March,
what was the
all
other
of a
thing she
sudden
was
everything
talking about?
ramps.
The
Oh,
Beaux-Arts.
bananas. No, the
Oh,
bananas. thing.
fashion show. Bananas review. Bananas fashion show. What do you call it?
Is there something Follies?
Follies.
Yeah, you see the.
If you're putting
To
it, you're
benefit
putting a post
City
up.
Hall.
I already put it up.
Oh, okay. Well, then you can.
Right. I'll add the link in. All right. Very good. Hey, good job, EJ. Bringing some stuff to light. We wanted to talk. Okay, we're going back to you, and we're going to talk about the 10-pound island
The
meeting.
meeting last night.
Well, it wasn't specifically just about that, but a lot of the top wasn't. It's just the hot
It's
topics.
called Hot Topics. It's
And the mayor just-
it's the mayor's new thing once a month, and we're going to talk about it. Everybody's in the whole community is invited, and she wants to talk about whatever the monthly hot topic is. And this month that happens to be 10-pound island, so that started it off. And that's all we focused on was 10-pound island.
Oh, okay. There was no other subjects. Okay.
No other subjects.
So
it
what,
lasted about an hour.
Yeah.
There was it was a lively discussion. For the most part, everybody was super respectful towards each other, and the mayor did a fantastic job of leading the talk and also dispelling a great deal of there are many rumors circulating around it, like where somebody wants to build a Disney-esque hotel and houses, and there's nothing ever even discussed along those lines. A larger dock was originally considered. Now there may be a smaller dock, but there's so many things that the city has to learn about. First of all, insurance, liability. Jack Clark from Mass Audubon has been hired to go and survey the island for wildlife, which he'll be doing starting April 8th. And let's see, what else was discussed? Mainly how to get on and off the island easily. Somebody was impaled a couple of years ago, so because they dove into the water. And
So from the Times article from the Rocky Neck meeting, it sounded like there was no. From the article, you would have thought that there's no one in favor. From
that's
this
the
meeting,
thing.
was there any more people?
Yes, and also that from the Times article, it was just a select group of people who like are right there in that Rocky Neck community for the most part, and as many as the mayor pointed out, there were 100 people or so at the Rocky Neck meeting. The mayor's gotten several hundred emails of people in favor of it who didn't want to speak at the Rocky Neck meeting because they felt intimidated or whatever. So there's just as many people who are interested in creating more access to the island as there are people who are not interested in preserving it exactly as is. But one thing I would like to say to people, and I didn't say this at the meeting, but the next thing that's going to happen are there are going to be these roundtable discussions, as the mayor did with the arts policy. We have these fantastic roundtable discussions with city councilors and a lot of sharing of ideas, and that will be after the Jack Clark survey is completed and reported upon, and then that will happen. Then the roundtable meetings will happen, and those are very effective because everybody gets a chance to speak and talk about their viewpoints. So, but one thing I want to say that I didn't bring up at the meeting, but people who think that they want to preserve the island exactly as is, it's a total fallacy in the first place because the island is evolving. If you look at photographs of the island 50 years ago, there was barely any vegetation on it, and it's in a transitory state. So the birds that may be supported there now, and I haven't seen any evidence of birds beyond mallards and goslings, you know what I mean? But the birds that are supported there now, it will change in 20 years because we're going to end up with a forest out there. So people who talk about wanting to preserve it exactly as is, well, then there is going to have to be a certain amount of maintenance.
If you wanted it to be the
If
same
you
way
want it to
is.
be
Yeah.
exactly the way, if you want it to always be in this intermediary state, then there has to be some kind of maintenance that goes on. Otherwise, it's just going to be a big forest.
Encroaching on
Right.
the beach, you can see it
Well,
in a
it's
couple of years.
Right, it's just going to be a big forest.
Yeah.
So, a big forest. So.
Well, the good part about it is that we have a mayor with the chutzpah enough
Oh my
to
God.
keep everybody in line, but I mean, encouraging the conversation.
Right.
So first of all, it's good to opens her doors,
Right.
has the conversation,
Exactly.
and people can talk it out, and hopefully get to a point where there's either compromise or we get to a point where
Nothing,
or something,
right,
but
nothing might
whatever it's
happen,
going to
right.
be,
Whatever
it's going to be.
and whatever it's going to be, it's going to be tiny, teeny, tiny. There's not going to be paving, nothing
Yeah.
like that. Whatever happens is just going to be a teeny tiny way for people to make it a little bit easier to access the
Because
island.
if you don't have a kayak or a stand-up paddleboard or
Right.
you know a skidoo, whatever, you can't get over there.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
and I love going there. It's my
and,
favorite
but you
place.
and you and Rick kayak over there.
We kayak over
Yeah.
there.
And a paddleboard over there.
And yeah.
Are they gonna eradicate the poison ivy?
I think that possibly if they put trails in where the trails are, they would have to remove it. But poison ivy brings the birds that everybody loves. The birds feed on the poison ivy berries, so they won't. They're not gonna bring goats over there to eat the poison ivy or rattlesnakes. That was another thing people were saying. Rattlesnakes are being brought over to eat the rats. No, nothing. Nothing like that. is-
Rattlesnake!
Wild Kingdom, I love it.
Does it surprise you that these topics, these
Well,
things,
well,
yeah.
you know
It could
what?
be a nice movie.
Yeah.
What
A
people
nice
think's
movie or a horror
what-
movie,
Yeah,
yeah.
what people think is
Rattles-
happening over there.
Yeah.
Rattlesnakes on 10-Pound Island.
Right.
You know,
Set
it
'em on
did
a
surprise
plane.
me, but you know what surprised me a little bit the most was at the meeting at the Rocky Neck Cultural Center. I felt like there was this somewhat elitist attitude, I'm sorry to say, about, I can look at it, it's, that.
Well, isn't that always the
Yeah,
case?
but
That's
that-
the reason why
that
we don't
was-
have that's why we didn't have the dredging 15-20 years ago, is because they were going to bury the cells or whatever in out by Eastern Point, and the people from Eastern Point stopped us from having a deep water port because they didn't want the dredging material over there. So it's always a NIMBY thing. I mean, we're
Yeah.
known for the NIMBY thing, but I mean, it's some things are, some parts of it are good and some parts of it are bad. But,
Well, we know that, I don't want to.
let's not get yourself in trouble. What?
Right, but the back, everybody can agree that the backshore thing is a good thing. That's not really a NIMBY thing. That's really that's
It's a
for
safety thing.
It's a safety issue, but it's also for everybody to enjoy the backshore. But anyways, we
Oh, I
don't-
thought you were saying the development was a good thing. I was like,
No, it's just saying-
What's happened. yeah.
Right, what's happened there?
I don't.
It's a good thing.
I have I have a different theory. My theory is that they're never gonna be. No one was ever gonna. It could be totally off base, but I can't.
You
I
better
think
not
I
say-
think that what that group did was an admirable thing. I'm
Yes.
happy they raised the money and everything. I personally think that no one was ever gonna actually build it.
Well,
I think it was, and I think that lady,
so
the Soons lady or whatever it is, and this is just a guess, I'm not saying I know anything, that they knew that they weren't going to build anything there, and they bluffed them into
well, but
raising the money.
But the thing is, now there's an overlay there, so the city can't be sued in the future for saying you're
For the other 50-something parcels.
right, because
Right.
there were a total of 36 or 38 parcels there. So now the city can't be sued by somebody saying you blocked my development, you made this overlay specifically against my
Yeah.
development.
Yeah, that's good. Nubar, can we get back to? Remember last summer? Was it last summer with that young Colin Keegan? What's his name?
Colin Keegan, Science All Around Us.
How old was that kid?
He was 9 then.
9 with the soul of a 50-year-old. The kid was. The
imagine
energy of
him
a 9-year-old, but the It seems like the intelligence and wisdom of a 50-year-old.
Right.
A better way to
Right,
put
so
it.
back then, so that was about a year ago, and just over a year ago actually. So we did a Kickstarter campaign.
Yep.
We raised the money. We made the pilot, which is very successul, and we been shopping it around in L.A. and New York, and everyone that sees it loves it. It's just that's a tough
It's
gig,
tough,
right?
yeah.
It's tough to get somebody to say yes. We're going to put in $500,000 into this series that you want to do, but it's not over. We've been partly because Kay was sick and Tom hasn't been available. But Tom and I are going to get together when it gets back in April, and we're going to meet with Colin and his parents and just talk about where do we go from here.
Is it more of a PBS type of thing than a LA thing? And more like
Well,
Boston,
included,
East Coast.
Well, that was all part of it. I mean, we have this one producer who insists that what we should do is do it online, and he has done this over and over and over again. He looked at this project and he said, "This is a 10-year show." I mean, but he can't touch it because he's so busy. So, but I want to get together with him to introduce Tom to him. And we'll talk about it. I mean, but in the meantime, if you go to the Science of Orange's Facebook page, you will see that Colin has now already, he's going to do a series on flying, because he's flying planes now. He landed a plane for the first time.
Wow.
Like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. You see a video of that.
That's
right. I mean, this kid was like.
I'll go find that. I'll link.
This
I'll
kid,
link it
he
to that.
just did it. They had a GoPro up in the corner there, and you could see him. He's just like confident as could be. At the Beverly Airport, they've adopted him, or maybe he's adopted them. I can't remember.
Oh,
How old is he
yeah,
now?
He's 10 or I think
he's
10.
awesome.
Yeah, and so he's also started his own company.
Yeah.
And the company will help you. He'll help you with your computer.
Yeah.
Whatever and so he can raise money to get more flying hours.
Yeah, and he's the one who does fly. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, we met him. I can't remember what function we were at, and I was like, I love this kid.
So basically, this, the Science All Around Us project helped him launch himself. So that's what's happened over the last year. And we need to update. I mean, we haven't updated all the Kickstarter people on it because there was a lot of people in Gloucester helped us with that pilot.
I think it was a great idea.
Yeah. So we'll see. We don't know. Tom and I will talk, and the Keegans and we'll all get together and do an update pretty soon. But he's in great shape. I mean, he's just this kid's
growing, thriving.
I just
he's going places.
Yeah.
I just went to the website while you were talking, and wow, there's a lot of stuff on there too.
Oh, good.
So everybody should go check that out. Yeah, very cool, very cool. Kim, you get a gold star this week for your work, your Easter work, going to the different retailers.
Oh, yeah.
We got a lot of comments on the photo of the older woman, beautiful older women that work at Nichols, and they've been working there forever and ever. What were their names? Do you remember?
Barbara is the owner. She was on the left. Bet, she likes to be called Bet, but her name's spelled B-E-T-T-E, and she was in the middle, and Jerry was on the far right. Yeah, very sweet.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
So you went to Turtle Hallie.
And then Hallie Baker at Turtle Alley. I made her some Instagrams of her making turtles, so people loved that, especially on Facebook. Got a lot of comments about how they love the turtles. People commented a lot about the mints, the little Instagram mint Instagram, because everybody stops for mints on the way home from work. They stop at Nichols on the way home from work. And then Wednesday I filmed Maria Cracciola making beautiful lambs of Easter. So that is something that's on the St. Joseph altars, often when Easter is very close to St. Joseph. So I'm going to put that in the St. Joseph film, but we made some Instagrams. And then today I'm going to try to go to 2 more places before Liv and Matt arrive from New York at 11. So I'm going to try to go to Cake Ann and and Alexander's Bread. So stop in and say hello to them.
Very good, very
Take
good.
a few snapshots there.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
I think we have a boat.
No, it's not a boat.
No. Okay.
All right. Anybody else have anything they want to add? No, we're good. New bars, go to www.whenthefishcamefirst.com. Check out New Bar's beautiful, beautiful book. Go to generousgardeners.org and donate to Susan Kelly's project to beautify Stacy Boulevard as part of the seawall reconstruction project. And you can register for the Rocky Neck 5K. Check out the Boat Arts Ball. All these links will be included. Come see the Magnolia Art and the Schoolhouse show. And we got another Gloucester cast in the books. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy Easter.